Oh, hello. We're so used to having the Wii Sports intro that like we get like a little bit of a time to get ourselves adjusted. But while our new Wii Sports intro for the 25-26 season is in production, you're just going right to us, guys.
Howdy.
Welcome to the season opener of the fall 2025 season for Oakland Esports. Coach Ori and Stevie on the mic. Overwatch 2 action.
I'm here, so it's got to be Overwatch.
Yeah, it's honestly true. That's so accurate.
If I'm on camera, it's Overwatch Day.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. Overwatch for the first time is the season opener game for us. Actually,
Yeah.
it's not Rocket League.
A lot of firsts.
Yeah,
Many firsts. First time Overwatch is season opener. First time the Overwatch team has a full strength roster.
they said it couldn't be done. Actually,
For a long time, either I was playing, which is like that's kind of a throw already, or off rolling.
Yeah.
We had
Nobody's
Crowley was
off
playing
rolling.
DPS last year.
Yeah.
I think between Jax and Joe, they were swapping between main and flex support occasionally, depending on a character. But we finally have, hopefully for the season, a mainstay roster. Crowley,
Actually, on tank.
ex-professional player, professional tank player,
Playing
is
tank.
playing tank. We have Frothy Philly, the return.
Yeah.
Is
You can
back
see
on
them right here on the
on
screen
flex
with
support.
the brand new Nest Cam for the Overwatch team as they've moved to the back of the
Probably finally gets
space.
that 240 hertz monitor.
him, Frothy, and Carbon all were like, we need the nice monitors.
Rocket League's gone. That's our space now.
Yeah. Instantaneous annex of the back of the Grizz Den here.
Oh,
360 hertz,
Sorry,
actually.
my bad. I underestimated our budget.
Yeah. But you can see the Overwatch team locked. Honestly, they're all like pretty much locked in, right?
Yep. So, like I said, Crowley's back on tank.
Yep.
Frothy's back in the lineup from all those years ago. Good to see him back. Jack's still on main support. Wolfie's still here, playing the. I actually don't know. And then Carbon's returning to the starting lineup, who I think was out last semester.
Towards the end of the semester, Alex or Carbon had to take a break due to some like medical stuff. Had to get.
I don't know who's playing the hit scan versus the projectile on the DPS side of things. That might just be up in the air based on what meta and what heroes are required. They're both kind of good at most of everything.
I've been seeing, just at least from like the last few scrims, Carbon's been playing a lot of Tracer.
Okay.
Assuming Tracer is going to be
Yeah,
relatively meta again now.
Tracer is always
meta.
at least decent at the end of the day.
Yeah. And then I think that Wolfie has been on his usual like Hanzo.
He came here as a Hanzo one trick.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
He's learned some characters.
But he has branched out since then.
Yeah.
And but I don't know. I have not been following. I haven't been following our scrims leading up to this. I have not been following the Overwatch overall meta and what's going on.
Yeah.
There was just a big season update. We have 2 new characters since we last saw this team play.
Yeah. Lots changed since May, basically.
Freya's here as a new
DPS hero.
projectile DPS, and then we have Wu Yang, who's a new support.
That Wu Yang, if he's actually able to be used, I think he is. That character is crazy.
So I think if Wu Yang's being played, it'll be Jax on that.
Yeah.
As we're getting ready to finally hop into game number 1 here.
Yep.
Lijiang Tower.
And
classic.
one of the things that's definitely a new change here heading into this season of NACE is that they've introduced character bands or hero bands.
We do have hero bands.
So for the side of George Mason, they opted to go with Lijiang Tower as the start here, and they banned out Hazard from the Oakland University side. And these hero bands are only going to last for just the map. So after each map, both teams get to choose out on a new set of bands. And then on the side of Oakland, the character band is Wu Yang. So Oakland did not want to see that new champ.
We banned Wu Yang?
Yeah, we banned Wu Yang. So we're not going to see, at least for map 1, we're not going to see Wu Yang in there. Maybe it's just a bad choice for Lijiang Tower, but we'll see. And off the start.
Lijiang Tower, we're playing Symmetra. Is this going to be stick? Nope. It's going to be straight with Fraser. And we have Crowley on Zarya.
Yep. Now this is new. We see the little bit of like the player stat profile there on the right side.
That is a new feature with the hero progression, actually. That's been updated this season. And you can tell how many players play a certain character way too much.
Yeah, look at that. Look at Wolfie with that level 62 just for Genji. Crazy. And I like seeing the
Genji diff? Oh, he gets. Oh no, we got the health back. So sad. That's actually going to be the thing that turns this fight around for George Mason University. Speaking of George Mason University, the name Chamorin, I think, did we trial? I feel like that's someone that tried out for the OU team at one point. That name sounds vaguely familiar.
I can't claim to know.
Yeah, we have essentially mirrored comps outside of the tank. Both teams on Genji Tracer, both teams on Fury Lucio, probably on the Zarya. Declan, I'm assuming is how you pronounce that name, on the Hazard. So Hazard's a bit more divey.
Yeah.
Does suit the DPS line a bit better. Probably on the Zarya, that's going to be a bit more brawl focused, a bit more death ball-y.
I think that the Zarya pick is going to definitely be a lot more helpful when we start seeing these big skirmishes that happen over the point, on the point, once you kind of see everybody got ultimates online and stuff like that. So it's going to be kind of a, like, we got to see, like, let time, like, tell, right? And then we'll know, like, what is, like, the choice for these comps.
If I had to guess overall, the longer the fight goes on, the better the Zarya is going to be, obviously because of her charge, which in turn will benefit the comp as a whole. And that tends to be the brawl versus dive sort of dynamic. The faster you can clean up a fight, the better dive will be. The longer you can make it last.
Big damage in Zarya. Trying to, getting out of there for that Kiri ult. Ooh, good 5 kill streak already. Wow. All right. And honestly, Oakland, that was such a clean fight for 0. Huge. Yep. And now that's it's gonna be such a nice heavy percent build up on this flashpoint, or on this
flashpoint. Wrong game.
I said flashpoint. On this control point.
Let's not. You get kill credit for just tickling somebody in this game, so let's not get too much to that 5 kill streak.
Okay.
Although Carbon with a pulse bomb online, bit of a trace pool. He's better.
Oh. There is the Genji ult, but it is.
Genji gets pulled, but Jack uses beat. Easy. Oh, Tracer diff. Oh, almost.
Good teleport back to avoid getting pretty much taken out there. And honestly, good on Carbon here for just holding that Tracer ult and not kind of like feeling like you need to kind of just like panic and drop it, right?
So the question I'm gonna give you here is, who uses the pulse bomb first, and whose is better?
I'm pretty sure Tracer will use it first.
Tracer will use the Tracer ult?
Yes.
I would have thought so.
Yep. And my guess is that it's going to be a Chimorin. They'll use it first because at this point, at 98%, they're going to be needing anything.
It's actually just over.
See, I was going to say, like, Chimorin has to use it just because of how close to 100% it was, that they need just something to try and get them off the point or to at least stop. Just leave them at 99. But you know what? All right. That Li Zhang first point goes over to Oakland. And honestly, I would say that, like, once we took that big fight and then finally captured the point, it was super clean.
Yeah. I do think that I don't remember where George Mason sat as far as the league is concerned last season. Obviously, we know our Overwatch team is somewhere in the top
24.
Yeah. We made playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know if George Mason did or not.
George Mason, GMU did. Or no, actually, I don't think GMU did make playoffs. But it was, I think they were still like one of the teams that we were vying up against as at one of the last spots to get into the playoffs.
I see.
I think they were in LCQ.
Bit of a comp switch for OU. Wolfie no longer at the Genji, now on the Reaper, so that close range, more brawly focused thing with the Zarya pairs nicely. Rothy off the Kiri and onto the Moira. Again, just makes that brawl comp that bit much better. Makes you forces you to stay in that sort of death ball.
Yeah. I think this swap over to Reaper is also going to be really good to kind of just combat this Hazard, right?
Yep.
Just Reaper just melts tanks.
Reaper does tend to be the anti-dive. Reaper is always historically played when you don't want Monkey to live.
And it also goes back to what you said, right? Like with the tank being Zarya, right? Zarya throws down that gravity ball, and what is a I
deleted
him. Oh my!
And another thing you see with the Reaper,
he just goes right back to the corner.
Yep. I'm just gonna sit here all day because I mean they have to walk into these shotguns to walk through this door, and they have to walk through this door. It's one of those maps. But the thing about Reaper paired with Zarya is a lot of time you can even play deep with Reaper. You can teleport sort of into the back and just get your free bubble from your Zarya.
Oh yeah, so
and
you
just
have
get free
shield.
value. And that's or especially with say right here, bubbles on, bubbles broken. That gives a Zarya charge. Reaper's gonna feel free to do some damage, and now they're actually just moving with Moira ult. Trying to clean this up, I'd imagine.
Yeah, 55%
out.
already on.
So has to overextend. Oh, next not there. Oh no! Oh, he gets walled off.
Honestly, you know that Declan with that hazard wall was like, this Reaper deserves this for just being like. Imagine like imagine you're just kind of like playing this in like free play range. You're just like, why is there just there's a Reaper just corner camping? Wow.
Sorry, it does so much damage. Pulse bomb into the Zarya grab as well. Just eliminates half of a tank's health bar.
Yep. And just like that, the point gets back, taken over to this Oakland side, and we are getting so close to just a quick 2-0 here in map number 1.
So I'm curious to see how... Oh, there it is.
I was going to say, like,
You see the bubble there?
Yeah.
If that bubble doesn't come up, that Reaper dies before he gets the value out of that ult.
I want to say, like, when the Tracer from George Mason ran in, Wolfie really had great, like, trigger discipline to just not instantly pop. And then the moment, like, 2 other people walked in, that was right when he's like, all right, we're pulling the trigger, drop that ult. And like you said, he cleaned up. Sure, he went out, but he took 3 with him.
Yeah, and you saw how fast he died even with the bubble.
Yeah.
So imagine if he didn't have the bubble.
That
ult would have actually got no value. Wolfie with a quick play of the game. Genji, I actually don't think he got many kills. Surprised he got play of the game for this and not the Reaper ult. Just happened.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's map 1 going over to Oakland University. Really, honestly, some super clean stuff here for the Grizzlies here.
Here we go. The actual play of the game. Oh, wait, no, this isn't even the ult. This is just Wolfie doing Reaper things.
And that was just the first Reaper corner camp.
Yeah. This is so tragic.
That's when you know that the broadcast team is like, this was funny.
Yep.
Save.
I would have done it too, and then yeah, you see how fast he gets deleted, but
yeah.
Bubble keeps him alive for that extra half second, which makes that Reaper damage from that Death Blossom that much more. 3 people die from it rather than 0, and then the rest of the team cleans up.
Yeah. And once again, that was such a clean game 1 here. We were talking to the team probably in the last like 2 weeks, right, leading up into the season over. It's like where does the team kind of think they're at right now? Fresh, like you said, this is the first time in what feels like forever that we've actually had a roster where there's nobody off rolling.
I actually think this is the first time since the first year.
All right, so it's been 4 years since we've had a complete team of nobody playing an off roll.
And that first year of the team, the average skill level of our players at that point was significantly lower than it is now.
So it's just it truly feels like a full-on brand refresh for the Overwatch team here, with increasing the skill level talent and having everybody not off roll, and the team being a little happy about how game 1 went. I think though, as we wait to see what's going on for game number 2, as they do the map pick and character bans, we'll probably cut it to a quick break here momentarily, and we'll be back right as map 2 is going to be underway. So I think we'll cut it to a quick break though. We had Captain Jax come in and talk to production real quick. But guys, we'll cut it to a quick break. When we get back, we will be here with the game 2.
Game 2.
Map 2. We'll see you soon.
power through the tournament with the high-quality protein milk provides to stay energized and focused throughout the game.
Oakland University Credit Union is here to help you power up your financial game. Whether you're aiming to upgrade your gear or conquer your savings goals, OUCU has the tools you need. With awesome savings accounts, cashback reward credit cards, and an easy-to-use app, we're here to help you win both on and off the screen. Not a member? Not a problem. Visit us on campus or online at oucreditunion.org. Oakland University Credit Union, because leveling up shouldn't stop your gaming. Proud sponsor of Oakland University Athletics, federally insured by the NCUA.
And we are back for map number 2. Thank you for sticking around with us during that quick break. And as we get prepped into map number 2 here, it does look like that we got a ban of the map Atlas.
Well, we picked.
Or is this?
This is
Atlas is okay.
Is
So
the map.
Atlas was the pick, and then Zarya is the ban.
Zarya banned by George Mason.
Yep.
Oakland banned
Kiriko.
Kiri?
Is it Kiri?
Kiriko's the full name.
Yeah.
Kiri's the abbreviation. Which means Arisa's back on the table, Wu Yang's back on the table. It is a flashpoint map. The order no longer is solidified in NACE. You can, as long as you don't play the same game mode twice, but the order you play them in doesn't matter. So George Mason has picked flashpoint, which we know historically OU not been great on.
No. Now, can you kind of this is a new map. Have you played on this map at all?
I have played on this map.
Can you give us a little bit of a rundown of like
So
what's special about this
It's
map?
flashpoint. So there's 5 separate points. You know, there's 4 corners and then the center point. That the objective will always start in the center, and then it will be randomly a point after the next one. Operates the same as Control, just like a bit faster. The fun thing about this map, though, is I think 3 out of 5 of the objectives on this map are inset into the ground with raised platforms surrounding them.
Oh, wow, okay.
Which is strange.
So it's like you're fighting over a pit.
Yeah, it makes, like... So you see now they've captured and they're playing down on the point.
Yeah. And so you're always playing at a high ground disadvantage.
Sort of. And, like, you can see... Oh, this map's in trouble. There he goes.
Instantly.
Probably on the Junker Queen. This is Junker Queen, the character that probably made a name for himself on back in the Contenders days.
Yeah.
As we will capture that point back. But you see, Yeah, it's a bit odd. It does make playing characters like Cassidy we see on George Mason, Sojourn's pretty solid on this map. Sojourn's just kind of always solid, but because you can kind of shoot down into that pit on a lot of these points, it makes, I don't know, it's a very interesting dynamic that not a lot of maps have, or if they do, it's only for like 1 point on a control map.
Yeah.
Or things like that. Or a lot of the other Flashpoint maps have things that are raised.
And Crawley just walked right past that Orisa onto this backline into the damage threats on George Mason's side and just really just got rid of him. But there we see Frothy on the Moira,
apparently
just absolutely melting the Orisa.
Well, you see the kill feed there. Wasn't even paying attention to Chamoran on the Tracer.
Yeah.
But the damage orb from Moira killed Chamoran on the Tracer.
See,
we love Moira.
Moira is actually the character when they first got released is why I actually stopped playing Overwatch.
Oh! Declan actually eats Carvin's Pulse Bomb there with the Javelin Spin, so good on him.
Big ult from somebody.
And we are seeing Wu Yang on the side of George Mason as well, so we can maybe get a look at what that character looks like.
Yeah.
How they play.
A lot of, honestly, I had Jax kind of give me like a brief tutorial on like what does this character do. And just as he showed me the kit, as every ability kind of scaled and he added the perks, I was like, this character's just broken.
I don't know. It's like the character either, it kind of depends on the operator, I guess, like who's on the pilot. Because either he does nothing or everything. B from Jax gonna move in. I don't know if this.
Wow, and Wolfie not opting to go into the ult. I definitely thought Wolfie was gonna be going right into ult there, but I guess not.
No. I mean, we spend beat there. Did we use a Junker Queen ult there?
I don't know. 39% doesn't feel like.
I feel like probably could get that back.
Okay.
In a fight where he used it, I feel that's possible. I'm not gonna say it's likely, but it's possible.
Yeah. And with tanks, it always feels like tanks get their ults a little bit faster than everybody else.
Just and as I swapped to the person that was on the Wu Yang, they've now swapped to Moira. Unlucky. Wolfie's in trouble.
Ooh.
Ash is in at low health to get healing from the Moira.
Crazy.
And you can see again here this point. We'll take a look at it when this fight sort of wraps up.
Yeah.
Again, it's surrounded by 2 high ledges.
Yeah.
With this sort of inset, lower actual objective. And you're gonna see that's.
And there's a lot
so far.
There's a lot of different angles that you can look. It looks like that you can kind of like approach that point from.
Yep. There's the Genji ult. Gets 1. Gets 2.
Trying to get 3 before it goes down, but just gets 2. Honestly, that's like a 2. For that Genji ult, it was 2 for 1. But I would say relatively speaking, it was a pretty even trade across the board there for George Mason.
Carvin gets help from his Moira to keep this Tracer tool alive. I think he was in a bit of trouble.
Carvin just absolutely chasing this Tracer to the ends of the earth, trying to just get it.
Oh, Tracer diff.
Good. Honestly, that was such a good
where did
sneak.
that Orisa ult go?
I'm not too sure.
That didn't do much better.
Just hunting down.
We're going to move on
to
point number 3.
That's a 3 for 1 there as we take the second point. So this is for Oakland. This is the last point.
If they one more, they win.
Map.
One more, they win.
Yep. I think it's been since about like April since I've watched I think some Overwatch action. So gotta give myself a reminder about like how this game actually works.
Yep. And the George Mason lining up for what looks like is about to be a very big Junker Queen ult. Oh, opts not to spend it yet. Oh, there it is. Hits at least 2, 3, 4, and they're all just gonna crumble.
Oh my gosh. And what's crazy about this is that when you see some of these tank characters in Overwatch, when they're just in the heart of the fight, and then you look, you're like, your health is not moved.
Well, fun fact about Junker Queen is when she hits any bleed damage that she does, which her ult does, the knife does, and her axe does, she gets a percentage of lifesteal.
She has Omnivamp? That's crazy.
So when you ult through 4 people that are all taking tick damage from her bleed, you're getting at 4 times lifesteal.
Wow.
So like they're all losing health while you're gaining health, and you get shout in the middle of that too
Yeah.
to keep you alive if you really need it. She's strong.
Yeah.
she's good. And with the Moira ult, gonna support him even more.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty much fight over. And this is coming down to maybe George Mason gets one more attempt at a point.
It's gonna be really hard right here. You think about it, there's about like
really fast.
there's about 30 seconds left that they have to try and touch and stop this point.
I'm just gonna hover here just to see if we see an Ajax.
Yeah. And Jax has ult online, which is gonna be so huge to try and keep this fight from going wrong for them, right? Overtime now on the board.
Both Genjis with the blade drawn fighting each other.
Wolfie trying to hunt down that. Ooh, and that should be the map. Oh, so we got a touch.
Somebody's
on there. It's Tracer.
and that's it.
Yep. That is going to be map 2 going over to Oakland.
So,
With how this looked, to me, this looked like the best I've ever seen them play on a Flashpoint in quite a while.
I was going to say, not only have we won the map, we're up 2-0 in the series, we won on Flashpoint.
We 3-0'd on a
We
Flashpoint.
3-0'd on a Flashpoint.
That's
unheard of.
They said it couldn't be done, actually. Anybody who's ever watched an Oakland Overwatch
maybe
stream,
this new, I actually don't know exactly the name of this map. Is it Atlas?
yeah, it looked like Atlas when I looked in the chat.
Oh, there it is.
A-A-T-L-I-S,
Yep.
Atlas.
Maybe that's our home now on Flashpoint.
Yeah, maybe we just are. Maybe this, like, you know what? If as long as we ban out, or as long as we get Atlas, I think we're set.
Yeah, as long, to be honest, if I never see New Junk City ever again, it'll be too soon. I hate that map so much.
I mean, that's why everybody like every Flashpoint map went to
Almost every time Saravasa.
yeah.
And the thing is, though, is it's funny because there are some teams that go like, oh, people only play Saravasa, so if we get really good at New Junk City, we have that advantage because no one ever goes there.
Yeah. Because there's you can't ban maps, right? It's just going to be banning out of.
Don't believe so.
Yeah. So it's just do you have the counter pick, the secret counter pick of New Junk City? But yeah, that's too funny. All right, I think we'll cut it back to another quick break, and then when we come back, we'll be right into map 3 when we know what the counter pick map choice is and the next set of character bans. So guys, stick around. We'll be back in a few minutes. And welcome back. We are getting ready for map number 3. We are on New Queen Street for some push. And on the George Mason side, they banned out Tracer. They were getting sick and tired of Carbon just molly-whopping their Tracer in the mirror. So they said, no Tracer. Go to a secondary.
We banned Diva, which I actually don't know the reasoning behind that one. Maybe just to make playing Zarya. I should know. I don't know.
Maybe they just didn't want to deal with Diva on push.
It is interesting, though, to ban Tracer because I believe their Tremoran, as you can tell there, is quite the Tracer player themselves.
So when you get the hero ban, that means no team can pick
correct
that hero.
It's
not just we're banning this
in the lobby.
Okay, so it's not just we're banning you from picking this champ.
Yep, and George Mason with a kind of an old style brawl comp with the Reinhardt and the Mei.
Yeah. And I have been seeing, probably playing a lot of Winston in the last few weeks, so seeing the Winston pick here does not come as a surprise.
Absolutely, and another funny thing, so they've banned Tracer. They don't want Carbon on the Tracer. However, Carbon on Soj
Pretty nice.
This
was like
equal, if not better.
I would say like when Alex and Carbon joined the team, Sojourn was just exclusively pretty much like the hero that they were playing.
Yeah.
And it was incredible, actually, just to see how good they were at just hitting the shots.
Yeah. Railgun very strong. And Carbon can aim very well.
Yep.
So.
And of course, we've got Wolfie on the Genji, just playing the tried and true.
Carbon actually makes a swap of Freya, so we get to see a new champ being played. We also get to see the other new character being played. Jackson's on Wu Yang.
Wow. Do you think he'll actually hit the auto attack?
The auto attack.
The guiding. The guiding
so
ball.
I guess we can talk about these two characters now a little bit.
Yeah, this is actually the first time I've ever seen Freya.
So Wu Yang, as you can see, Jax is actually, while he's holding his left click, he's actually controlling
the ball.
Where that ball moves as he looks. You see there, that's the E. Is a wave that does knockback to enemies, and it grants healing and heal amplification to his allies.
Yeah.
And you also saw him run away with his shift ability, which is a little wave that he rides on. You mentioned Seraphine.
Yep.
League of Legends earlier. Similar kind of vibe.
Yeah.
With her little platform.
Jax compared it more to like a Talia passive, where she puts she gets on the stone surfboard, basically.
That is probably a much better example. And then we also saw the right click, which is his primary healing ability. You can hold it to give...
Or not Tracer, Mercy.
Yeah, it's pretty much a Mercy beam, but also if you aren't actively... You can see that, like, Kiriko's still being healed here, or now Genji, while he's not actively beaming. So it has a slow heal over time when you're not on with the beam attached to somebody. Just as a passive healing, and then a more direct bit of healing and faster healing when you actually have the beam on them directly. And then let's go look at Freya. Oh, also Wu Yang ultimate. We'll see later. I can talk about that later. But Freya is sort of a pseudo hit scan projectile character. It sort of like fits the same. Oh, unfortunate.
We're getting trapped up there with the Mog.
It's a similar role to the Sojourn.
The Freya?
Yeah. So,
good hunt
as you'll see,
Mei.
like she aims, right? She's got like an ADS sort of, and you can see that the shot that she shoots while ADS is a pretty fast-moving projectile.
Yeah.
That sticks and then explodes.
Okay.
And if you get hit with two of those as a person that's not a tank, you kind of just die.
Wow. Okay, so it kind of like if you get double tapped, you're up. You're definitely going to be
like that. And so normally you shoot one, you have to let the a reload animation go to shoot another one.
Yeah. Now correct me, I'm going to cut you off here for a second. The moment we hit the you push it all the way in, it's over, right? There's not like a round 2.
The game is about to be over in 4 minutes.
I was about to say, I'm like, this might be the best game of push I've seen us play.
Yep. So I'm actually not even going to be able to finish talking about Freya because we've already won the game.
Because we've won the game.
I didn't even talk about the game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the game, that was actually just crazy.
That
was just like a...
The series is now over.
Yeah, that's...
We'll see you guys on Thursday.
Like, that's actually hilarious. Like, That's crazy.
But
But yeah, GG's and
I don't even think we used the Wu Yang ult.
no, I don't think so.
Or maybe that was the Wu Yang ult with the Genji there. Essentially, he puts it on somebody, and it gives that person a bunch of overshield, and then it will explode over after a certain amount of seconds.
Yeah.
Knocking down, similar to like a Rhine Shatter knockdown.
Okay.
Anyone who that hits.
Dang.
Yeah, so like on a person like
That's
Genji
pretty
who
good.
can dash into like a group of people, or I was talking earlier in the break about Ball.
Yeah.
Ball with Wu Yang ult is very scary. But
Okay.
also very funny.
Well, shoot.
Any of these really fast characters I can just get in there and cause damage. But so yeah, we won.
Yeah.
did
So
it.
that's the first game of the series or first game of the season. Big dub for the Golden Grizzlies. And honestly, I think it's the result is probably exactly what the guys wanted to see.
Yep.
And whether or not it kind of like went down or went according to the plan and how they kind of like had been practicing and what they were their expectations were out of this game, we'll have to find out. But maybe we might be able to find that out in a post game interview.
Potentially have that coming up. One thing I do just want to mention briefly about the season as a whole. So as we said at the very beginning of the show here, OU's gotten much better. We have our like full strength roster, as we said properly. Fun fact about a lot of the other teams in various leagues this season is they've gotten worse. A lot of players have graduated. A lot of teams that consisted of a lot of ex-pro players has sort of dissolved. I'm not entirely sure what happened there.
Yeah.
But so if there was ever a year for Oakland and Overwatch,
This is it.
it's here. It's right now.
Can we do it? Is this
And
our year?
I think we got a chance. I think we got a really, really.
Does the
solid
team get to
chance.
go to Orlando, you think? It's just top 8,
It
right?
Maybe.
It's just top 8.
Maybe. We might finally see a NACE top 8.
Well, you know what? Actually, before we can even think about a NACE top 8 land, we actually have to get through the entire fall semester first, and then the entire spring semester. So let's focus on seeing how good we can get into the fall playoffs.
No,
Let's win the fall playoffs.
we're gonna be there.
Let's just win the fall playoffs first.
I'm saying right now, first day 1.
Oh, day 1.
I'll see you guys in April.
Yeah, I will be in whatever state it's actually happening in. We don't even know where it's gonna be at, but we'll be there. But all right, guys, we'll cut to a quick break, and when we get back, we'll try and grab one of the Overwatch 2 players to come in for a quick interview. Probably gonna grab Jax.
Seems about right. Start the year off with.
Yeah, get him
Mr.
in.
Captain.
Yeah. I think everybody really performed super well that entire series, so it's really hard to just try and choose one standout player. So just get the captain to talk.
Yep.
All right, guys, we'll be back. We'll have Jax on the mic for an interview. Stick around. Welcome back. It's time for the post-game interview. We've grabbed Captain Jax here,
Yeah.
Sophomore captain again.
Oh yeah, sophomore now.
Sophomore
Yep,
captain.
Sophomore standing.
Sophomore captain.
Classic 7-8 year sophomore coming in.
Yep, exactly. So walk us through that series. 3-0 over George Mason.
Yeah.
This is a team we did play last semester, right?
Right. Yeah, I think that the outcome was similar to last year, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Gotcha. So how did you guys feel going into that game? Honestly, this was, watching just each of the game types, I think this was the best Flashpoint I've ever seen you guys play.
That's what we said also.
And
actually.
I legitimately don't think I've ever seen you guys play push in a style so good. And I guess just that push map overall so good that the game ended before Stevie and I could even finish talking about the new characters that we were seeing in Wu Yang and Freya.
Yeah. So I mean, in terms of the overall series, we kind of went into map 1 expecting it not to be necessarily like we're playing Maryville or whatever, right? But we're kind of going in expecting to have to try and whatever. Map 1 happens, we feel pretty confident. Going into map 2, the new pick and ban system definitely helped us out a lot in our strategy. We went in and Frothy was like, hey, I want to play this Morio Lucio stuff that we tried. We can be really aggressive, and if we do that, we can kind of stomp over teams that might not be expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we, the ban that we chose was to kind of help that. I believe we banned the Kiri on that one.
Yes, you did ban Kiri on map 2.
And so the idea behind that, right, is that they have less defensive utility. Going into map 3, we were pretty confident in everything, so we kind of just said, hey, let's ban what the best tank their tank player played, which was Diva.
Mm-hmm.
And they rolled out on Reinhardt, and Reinhardt's not very good right now. We could just move around the map freely.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did. We just surrounded them and kind of just won.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think we ever saw their tank play Diva at all during the first 2 games, so it must have just been that Diva just wasn't good for those 2 game modes, I guess.
Yeah, New Queen Street is a pretty big dive map in general. Mm-hmm. So one of our ideas was what if they go Wrecking Ball? But we looked and they don't really play Wrecking Ball.
Okay.
So we were like, well, what's the next best thing? We have a better Winston and Cry. And so we were like, well, we're not worried about Winston. Let's just ban Diva. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. But now, I guess, so we know game 1 went really well. So we talked about George Mason and how we played them in the conference last year. So we're going to look at the D1 conference again. So this is a conference that is a self-select within NACE. It's only other D1 colleges. When you look at all the schools that are there, because there's a lot of well-known schools, but of those schools, who are the big threats of that conference, right?
Yeah.
Besides us.
Well, yeah, obviously. The biggest challenge for us this semester is probably going to be Wichita, just looking at raw numbers.
Mm-hmm. They were a challenge for us last semester, I recall.
They were. They also, like us with Frothy, have a player that plays in OWCS also in Hanbei. We'll see, what happens if they play, if they don't play, I think we went 1-1 with them last year.
Yeah.
We won 1, we lost 1. We're pretty confident in that we can win that game as long as we're playing okay.
Yeah.
So obviously if we go in and throw, something else. But.
Yeah. Any other, who else inside that D1 conference are we looking at? At least, if we were to try and, give a general ranking, it's a 9? Is it 8? No, it's 8 schools.
It's 8 other schools.
8 other schools.
Yeah.
Who do we think are, so it's Oakland and Wichita. Who are the other, 2 kind of, potential threats? Because you think about it, it is with 8, I think an 8-person conference.
Yeah.
First place automatically makes it in the playoffs.
Right.
And then I think it's number 2 and number 3 go into what the artist formerly known as the LCQ, but it's kind of they're just going into the playoffs, but at the lower end.
Right. From what I understand, Stony Brook also could be a little bit of a challenge. They have some higher ranked players. And then I believe that it was, I think it's our 4th week. I think it's either North Texas. I think it's North Texas. I think they have a couple of good players also.
Okay.
Primarily, we're really worried. If we had to say what we're worried about one of them, it would just be Wichita, honestly.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You never know. We'll figure it out, though. I think that's what's cool about like the D1 conference is that it's a lot of these really like high tier schools who all have like very good programs.
Right.
And who knows just what happened over the summer. A lot of things can change. Some players just may have gotten like crazy good. They just had that school's off. It's just laser locked in and just become the greatest Overwatch player known to man. And we just didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, right? Like, what if people were looking at like the amount of like your like match history from last season, right? When you played like you just played placements and then you said, all right, well, I'm just a collegiate player now. So we'll see. I'm pretty excited to see how well the Overwatch team does overall as we head into like this semester, because like Stevie and I brought on the cast earlier, we have a overall huge roster boon. Yep. Everybody's just a lot stronger than like the previous semester.
Yep.
And nobody is off rolling.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing about this season, right? Is that no one's off rolling, and we have probably, I would say, the best roster that we've ever had as a program.
Yeah.
In terms of just even raw numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
One former pro, one pro currently. Both of our DPS are, mid GM plus. I'm climbing up there too, so
slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Until 2SKO comes out, right? But all right. So yeah, Overwatch 2 will be back on stream next week. Is your game next week Monday or Tuesday?
It's gonna be Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah, I think that the third week is the Monday game.
That's the Wichita game?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys will be back on stream next Tuesday. There's gonna be some times where the Overwatch team might be playing on a Monday, but who knows? Well, as long as you look at our the feed on X, that'll be the best way to know what day everybody's playing and against what school. But for us, we'll be back on Thursday with Smash Bros. A taking the stage as we go into our week 1 for the Super Conference. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath of a season for Smash Bros. Every team that is in there is so good.
I believe it.
It's going to be insane to see who gets 9th place. There's a school that's getting 9th and all 9 of those teams are like top 8. Like they should go down to like the top 8 land.
Right.
That's how crazy it is. So we are going to be in for quite a season here with Oakland. But yeah, Jax, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Good job on the big win.
Appreciate it.
And guys, we'll see you on Thursday for Smash Bros. Have a good night.